Uh, and we've always told you that there was something special when it comes to America and how how Jake is treated here as opposed to anywhere else. All right, and he's going to address that here. This once again is Professor Black Truth, and as I've always said, diversity was always a hindrance when it came to our people. It never helped us, and as was it designed to do so. All right, that's the whole reason behind it. And again, I'm not going to spoil what he's, because I want you to hear what he describes it. So let's go ahead and get into this. And I might as well start now because I didn't want to take too much time on this, but straight to the point. So here we go. Hopefully you can hear me now. Exactly. And you have to wonder, it's highly suspicious if anyone has not seen that video where the Israeli official over there in Israel made the comment about how dangerous the young so-called blacks were over here. Now, you have to wonder why that is. And she also made the comment that they have several of our politicians on the payroll. So you got to wonder, in situations like this, where these people, particularly in these so-called sanctuary cities, you see now how they would trick. Well, with Jake, you don't have to try too hard. But a lot of those people there in those cities voted to become a sanctuary because we feel so sorry, not realizing that was going to be used against you. All right. See, I've always said this two-headed political party, these two wings on the same wicked-ass bird, they have different methods of dealing with us. You have the staunch Republicans say just outright fuck you, we don't care about you, and then you have on the Democratic side, you'll have those that'll give you all the rope you need to hang yourself. And this scenario here fits that bill, because yeah, you voted. Oh man, we feel so sorry for these people. And look, you got this huge wave, and you know this is being done on purpose. And now you're seeing all those uh, um, I guess you could say benefits or whatever have you that could be used for our people. Now all this is going towards people that haven't fought or served a day in the United States military, have not voted, have not paid their dues. And they're doing this on purpose. You gotta remember, all this talk about reparations and all that money that could have been used, all resources that could have been used, it's going overseas to guess who? Ukraine. And now, all of a sudden, mysteriously, this war started in, well, you call it a war, it's not a war. Those people over there, for the most part, are throwing rocks. All right, in Israel. And the Gaza Strip. See, what a lot of you fail to realize is you're dealing with the same people. Ukraine, the so-called Jews there, and guess what? All this money that's being funneled to these same people. Doesn't matter what land they're in. And these stupid so-called Christians, and unfortunately all you jakes that don't realize what the hell is going on. This all centers around us because we are those people. Let's go ahead and continue this. He's going to make a comment on that. Exactly. It's a head game. But you think there you go. In the biblical sense of the term. See, people are catching on. People are catching on. That peculiar. This is Exodus 19 and 5. Now therefore, if ye will obey, well, let's go, let's look into this. Let's see. Exodus 19:5. Let's go. Alright, it says Israel at Mount Sinai. Alright. In the 3rd month, when the children of Israel were gone forth out of the land of Egypt, the same day came they into the wilderness of Sinai. For they were departed from Rephidim, and were come to the desert of Sinai, had pitched in the wilderness, and there Israel camped before the mountain. Notice it said Israel, not anybody else. And Moses went up unto the Most High, and the Most High Yahweh called unto him out of the mountain, saying, Shalt thou say to the house of Jacob, and tell the children of Israel, again, no one else. Ye have seen what I did unto the Egyptians, for you that think you are Egyptians, you're not. And how I bare you on eagle's wings, and brought you unto myself. Alright? Verse 5, Now therefore, if ye will obey my voice indeed, and keep my covenant, okay, because this is conditional, right? Then ye shall be a peculiar treasure unto me above all people. Deuteronomy 76, right? For all the earth is mine. And that was certainly the intent. But what happened? We broke that covenant. Alright? We broke it. Alright? No one to blame but us. And this is why we're on the bottom of everything. Deuteronomy 76, For thou art an holy people unto the Most High Yahweh thy power, thy God. The Most High Yahweh thy God hath chosen thee to be a special people unto himself. Another way of saying peculiar. Above all people that are upon the face of the earth. Alright. For thou art a holy people unto the Most High Yahweh. Holy, another defining word for that is separate, which we were certainly supposed to be. Alright, and the Most High Yahweh hath chosen thee to be a peculiar people unto himself above all the nations that are upon the earth. You could go to Deuteronomy 4. Alright. It says, But the Most High Yahweh hath taken you and brought you forth out of the iron furnace, even out of Egypt, to be unto him a people of inheritance, as ye are this day. When you go up a little bit more, let's go into Deuteronomy. When you go up at the top, it says Moses commands obedience. Alright. What's more, the Most High. Alright. So we're going to skip on down here. Alright. Actually, I'll start at the top. It says, Now therefore hearken, O Israel, unto the statutes and unto the judgments which I teach you, for to do them, that ye may live. Alright? And go in and possess the land which the Most High Yahweh, the power of your fathers, or God of your fathers, giveth you. Ye shall not add unto the word which I command you, neither shall ye diminish aught from it, that ye may keep the commandments of the Most High Yahweh your God, which I command you. Your eyes have seen what the Most High Yahweh did because of Baal Peor. For all the men that followed Baal Peor, the Most High Yahweh thy God hath destroyed them from among you. But ye that did cleave unto the Most High Yahweh your power are alive, every one of you this day. And here's the point. Behold, I have taught you statutes and judgments, even as the Most High Yahweh, my power commanded me, Moses speaking now, that ye should do so in the land whither ye go to possess it. Keep, therefore, and do them. What's the them? That's the law, statutes, and commandments. For this is your wisdom and your understanding. Remember, what's the definition of sin? All right. In the light of the nations which shall hear all these statutes and say, surely this great nation is a wise and understanding people. In order to sin, sin is the what? Breaking of the law. Who is the law given to? All right. Let's go get that. All right. This is 1 John chapter 3, verse 4. Whosoever committeth sin transgresseth also the law. For sin is the transgression of the law. If you're wondering why all these things are happening, why does this only happen to, in the world, there's black people? Well, we're not black, first of all, it's a color. It's not a nationality. There's no such thing as a black person, and there's no such thing as a white person. You know that label only is meant for our people. You have Elamites, so-called East Indians. that are darker than any of us. They don't call them black. I wonder why. Because that's not what they're actually saying. They're saying we're wicked. And they call themselves white because they're saying we're the harmless ones, we're the righteous ones. That's the game that they're playing. That's why I gotta get out of that calling yourself black shit. I hate that. Verse 5, and ye know that, wait a minute. Well, that's it on that. So who was the law given to? Again, only those that the law is given to can actually sin, when you understand that. All right? Let's go to Psalms. And that's what we're here for, because the churches are not designed to actually teach you anything. That really is just to keep you fat, dumb. All right? This is Psalms 1. All right? 47 and 19. He showeth his word unto Jacob. Another word, it's going to tell you, it's going to repeat, as often the scriptures will do. That's why you have to read them through and through. In most cases, it will answer itself or explain itself. He said, he showeth his word unto Jacob. Who is Jacob? His statutes and judgments unto Israel. All right, whose name Jacob was teacher. He had not dealt so with any nation. And as for his judgments, they have not known them. Praise ye the Most High. So this is for Israel exclusively. If you want to know, again, when you go to the curses, and later on in Deuteronomy 28th chapter. All right, whoops, I don't know why I went there. All right, it will tell you that, whoops, how did I get to my glasses? Anyway, in verse 46, now, I guess I should say, the first 14 verses of this are telling you these are the things, all good, all wonderful, that will happen to you if you, as it says in verse 1, all right, diligently, if you would hearken diligently unto the voice of the Most High, Yahweh thy power, to observe and do all his commandments. And then you skip down to 14, all right, and again, all is well. 15, the curses for disobedience. And you want to know why all this is happening to us and exclusively to us? This is verse 46. 45. Moreover, all these curses shall come upon thee, and shall pursue thee, and overtake thee, till thou be destroyed. Because thou hearkenest not unto the voice of the Most High Yahweh thy God, to keep his commandments and his statutes, which he commanded. That's why a lot of back in 2018, I guess it was February, it was right before we moved off the, when we were down in 9th and G here, we moved up by Howard University, and right before we moved, there was a Cushite. I thought it was both Cushites, but at least one of them was for sure. But he made a comment, he said, you know, the reason we don't hang around you, said you are a cursed people. All right, everybody sees it, but the people that it's actually happening to, and that's the way these things work. You're so deep in it, you don't understand it. Let's read it again, verse 45. Moreover, all these curses shall come upon thee, and shall pursue thee, and overtake thee, till thou be destroyed, because thou hearkenest not unto the voice of the Most High Yahweh thy God, to keep his commandments and his statutes which he commanded thee. Here's the clip, here's the clincher. 46. And they, talking about the curses, shall be upon thee for a sign and for a wonder, and upon thy seed forever. Why? Because thou servest not the Most High Yahweh thy power with joyfulness and with gladness of heart, for the abundance of all things, going back to verse 1 and 2. 48. Therefore shalt thou serve thine enemies, which the Most High shall send against thee in hunger, and in thirst, and in nakedness, and in want of all things. And he shall put a yoke of iron upon thy neck, until he thou destroy. It's really self-explanatory. So who are those people over there in our land that got nuclear weapons? Everybody sends them all kinds of money and heaps favors upon them, kissing their ass because they think. And that's in large part due to so-called white supremacy. So who are these people? Certainly, none of this applies to them. That's not, of course, manufactured. See, these are questions that, all right, that you may need to ask yourself. And here we have, when I said peculiar, we have the word, it says Aramaic, Kasham. Strong's H 1655. So in, of course, this is Assyrian. So let me go to whiteboard here. And in the paleo, it's going to look like this. Okay. Alright. There we go. Alright. So let's go back to, let's see. Oops. Alright. Continuing on. There you go. Why is that? Why? There you go. There you go. Have we not always said that? That you got to pick up the bill for, you know, you use the analogy of sitting down in a restaurant and, you know, parties get up and leave. You stuck, you know. It is what it is. Hey, start using that. I am. Forever. Those are converts. Those aren't the real Israelites. In fact, you can't call them Israelites. They're Israelis. They tell you that when you look it up, if you bother to do so. Exactly. Let's look that up real quick. Let's see. Let's see. I'm not going to phrase this. Let's see. A brief history. It's 2021. Alright. A brief history of how racism shaped interstate highways. Alright. In his $2 trillion plan to improve America's infrastructure. They're going to Biden. Fuck him. I'm going back, way back. Here it is. Planners of the interstate highway system, which began to take shape after the Federal Aid Highway Act of 1956, and guess who was in office? Everybody loves Ike, right? Routed some highways directly and sometimes purposely through black and brown communities. In some instances, the government took homes by eminent domain. It left a deep psychological scar on neighborhoods that lost homes, churches, and schools. All right, says Deborah Archer, a professor at the New York University School of Law and national board president of the American Civil Liberties Union. Archer recently wrote for the Iowa Law Review about how transportation policy affected the development of black communities. This goes ways back. You had, after the so-called Emancipation Proclamation in 1865, you had a lot of Jakes that, because the government just set them out, pasture, so to speak, and really didn't do shit for them. So Jake adapted, built their own communities, towns, whatever have you. And guess what? They were destroyed for mostly obvious reasons, like, out of petty jealousy and envy. Use the excuse, well, you said something to one of their cave whores, or, some usually petty incident or cause thereof. And, we got them, some of them at the bottom of lakes. In fact, quite a few at the bottom of lakes. Goes on to say, she says the president will face major challenges, blah, blah, whatever. What is not clear is whether and how, I guess I made the point already, but yeah. Let's see, is there any more on that? Let's see, resistance, what have you. Let's see. I think we can get out of this one. Hold on. Let's see. Highways entrenched in American segregation. Let's see what else we can see here. Alright. Ain't even time to fix shit. Fuck it. You did what you did. Let's see. And this person, I don't know whoever, let's see who did this. Stephanie Giggleby Jenkins. Alright, anyway. She goes on to say, as a black person in America, it feels like any pursuit of the American dream can quickly become a nightmare that you may never wake up from. Like, duh. Alright, let's see. Our transportation infrastructure, I think you already got it, but just, our transportation infrastructure has had an inordinate impact on communities of color. Highways built through thriving black neighborhoods in low-wealth areas have displaced more than 1 million Americans, demolished economic activity, worsened air quality, and separated neighbors from one another in the hearts of their cities. However, like I said, what's done is done. We've just covered that. I'm skipping down here right before the pictures here. The Federal Highway Act of 1956, which we already saw in the last one. Let's see. Tragically, the Highway Act embedded segregation and injustice into our transportation system for the next 50 years. Yep. See, the thing you got to remember, when you go back in our history to talking about ancient biblical history, you notice that, especially since it came out of Egypt, where you had majority of times Israel had their own land ownership was a big thing, and with that, of course, with that, of course, comes power. So again, another indication that they know who we are. So everything has been designed here, hey, Psalms 83rd chapter, to keeping us from acquiring any real power. Our people have foolishly thought that just because you vote and wear that stupid little sticker that says I voted, that means something. It actually don't. All right, let's continue on. Nope. See, you want to accuse the Akim out there on the highways and byways, all right, in the name of Israelites, which you are. I'm talking about to people that refer to themselves as black, Hispanic, or Native American, all right, and because you associate what we say as being strictly as a part of, well, you know, the Israelites are saying this, nobody else. That's why I use sites like this, because it's like people with half a brain see these things. All right, open your eyes, and if they're not, pray that they're open. You know, prayer is, hey, you have to pray. Alright? That's assuming that you believe in Yahweh without Shema Shai in the first place. Alright? Continue on. Yep, misleadership. Now you know why I read the curses. It all goes back to that. There you go. Let's go. I mentioned it in passing a little while ago. Let's go to Psalms 83. Start at the top. Alright. A song of Asaph. Keep not thou silence, O Most High. Hold not thy peace, and be not still, O Most High. For lo, thine enemies make tumult, and they that hate thee have lifted up their head. They have taken crafty counsel against thy people, and consulted against thy hidden ones. That would be us. They have said, come, let us cut them off from being a nation, that the name of Israel, Yasher Allah, may be no more in remembrance. For they have consulted together with one consent. They are confederate against thee. Here's the shit list. The tabernacles of Edom, that's the so-called white man, and the Ishmaelites, them dirty fucking Arabs, you fucking Islam assholes, of Moab. Nowadays they call themselves Chinese. Well, they didn't call themselves that, but they are known as Chinese. That was Alexander the Great. And the Hagarenes, alright? Gebal and Ammon, there is the so-called Japanese, and Amalek, the ones professing themselves to be Jews. The Philistines with the inhabitants of Tyre. There's the ancient Canaanites, which present-day Palestinians are not. They're Ishmaelites. They're number 2 on the list here. Right? Those ancient Canaanites, which you would call Africans now, they are descendants of Ham. All right. But Shur also is joined with them. They have opened the children of Lot, which again goes back to Moab and Ammon, Genesis 19th chapter. All right, let's go back Fish it on out. Yep. And above all or anything else, for those of you that aren't getting to these scriptures like we're trying to get you to do, because there's great power in knowing this is who you are. Alright? And the only way out of this really is through here. Alright? Knowing this, taking this into you, into yourself. Alright? The Most High's name is Yahweh, the Son's name is Yahweh Shah. These are the entities you pray to. Alright? Go through Yahweh Shah to get to the Most High Yahweh. There's no other way. Alright? For you arrogant asses that think you can go straight to the Most High, it don't work that way. Alright. So, hey. Excellent video. Again, as soon as it pops back up here, I don't know what's, hold on. There we go. Why so-called black people aren't supporting sanctuary cities. Alright, hey. So with that, once again, as I like to always say in closing, I hope whoever views this is edified, because that's what I aim to do. As we all do here at Great Millstone, factor everything through the scriptures. Alright. So with that, until the next video, hey, shalom, shalom, shalom.